Chad, so good to see you again.
Too.
I just have to say, congratulations. I say this every time we sit down and talk about these films.
Ooh, must be lucky.
You're not lucky. It's just, I don't know, it felt like it passed in 20 minutes, and it was just exhilarating.
That's very nice. Thanks.
Yet again. Do you feel like you need to lie down after all of this now?
It's always nice to take a breath, but honestly, you work so hard to get somewhere and you put so much into something, like, I don't know, I never get tired. I mean, you get exhausted, you get fatigued, but like every morning you wake up and you're just like so happy that you're even here.
Yeah.
The fact that we got a chance to try. I mean, Keanu and I literally were given the golden opportunity to take an original idea and try to do something with it and make it our own, and we've had very little resistance to it. Like, people have been very supportive. So
yeah, you're so right. It's this Wickian dynasty that you've kind of created. It's yours, and let's face it, that can be pretty rare.
It's you have these little moments, we call them the Hollywood moments, right? I was sitting in Chinese Man Theater a week ago watching the final quality check on the IMAX version, and you're sitting there in probably the most famous theater on the planet, and you're watching something that and it kind of slaps you in the face. You're like, oh my, like, and you don't know what to think. You don't know what to feel. You're proud, you're sad, you're in awe. It's surreal. It's a bit of a very wondrous feeling that what I'd probably always be thankful for.
I've been wandering around the corridors of this hotel, and I've just come across from Lawrence's
Mr.
room.
Fishburne, the man.
Which you can hear from the other end of the hotel.
Best voice ever.
Best, honestly, and his laugh, it's just from right in here, isn't it?
That's why we wanted to open the movie with him.
Yeah. He's just so good. But you look at him, obviously, Keanu, you look at the relationships that you've forged, just from a personal level, that they want to come back to you time and time again. There's must be something pretty special about that.
I just think when you work with great people, you want to keep working with great people.
Yeah.
I've just been super lucky. I got exposed to great people very early in my career, and I've tried to always keep that relationship going. For whatever reason, they keep coming back. I keep trying to torture everybody, but they keep coming back.
Yeah. Let's talk about that torture. So we've had gung fu. We've now got car fu. How many times can we run, John?
We've got a lot of foos.
We've got a lot of foos.
Yeah.
But with the beautiful brutality of that entire sequence, phenomenal. Do you sit down and think, what completely batshit idea can I come up with next?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. You'll read the interviews and the stuff I say about, like, it sounds crazy, I'm a huge musical fan. I love old musicals. I love, like, everybody sees, I always quote Bob Fosse, right? Like, Bob Fosse, who, won an Emmy, won a Tony, won an Oscar for all that jazz and for the work he's done. I mean, he reinvented dance. He took ballet and jazz and put them together. He's an amazing choreographer, amazing director, amazing storyteller. And we always look at something like a dance routine, like, if it's Gene Kelly singing in the rain, or it's Fred Astaire, or Fosse and Gwen Verdon, or Danny Kaye, or whatever it is. Combine that with the humor sentimentality of Buster Keaton. And that's kind of how we look at really every sequence. Like, how can we tell a little story visually? If you turn all the sound off, what can we do? And what's interesting to look at? Well, one, we want everything to look pretty. That's why I spend so much energy and financial support into cinematography. Like, me and my cinematographer, Dan Louston, spend months on color palettes and how do we push the level of color and how do we bring out the lighting. And then how do you get a set piece that finds it interesting for you guys? Like, is it the Louvre? Is it a staircase? Is it this thing? Like, how do we make everything, how do we box it in something interesting? And that's what a lot of musicals did. Like, there isn't a musical that doesn't invest into set piece, right? Like, the stage is the most important thing. When you go to theater, it's stage. You go to Hamilton, the stage work, and then all the performers jump out at you. And we just kind of treat everything like a live performance.
That's amazing. You've kind of just blown a little piece of my mind. I'd never even thought of it like that. And then you throw some guns and knives and samurai.
Pretty much. Yeah? Okay. Thank you. Pleasure to see you again.
Always good to see you.
Thank you so much.